Hello and welcome to another week of weekly psychic review. Yeah, so I hope you had a great week last week, and the last video helped you out and helped give you what you needed for the week. Okay, so we're doing this from the 19th to the 25th of August. So the way I work is I call in my spirit guides, ask them to give everyone out there exactly what they need, to give them any healing that they're requiring. If you just give me a sec, I'll just tune in, seal off, call my guides in, and we'll get into the reading for the week. Okay, so there was two things that came up. So the first thing was about letting go, and there's been quite a lot of upheaval recently, and quite a lot of things come up to the surface. Been a lot of transformation going on. There's been a lot of shifting, and there's been a bit of stuff coming up from the surface, and really quite a lot of people going into a new level, you know, really stepping it up, really releasing a lot of that old stuff and that sort of thing. And they're saying, how do you let go of this stuff? You know, there's so many different ways in which you can release something. You know, you can do this through meditation. You can visualize if it's a certain thing, a situation, a person, you know, and this goes into forgiveness as well. So you can visualize that, and you can actually letting this go, that sort of thing. You can write it down. You can burn it, you know, throw it into a fire. You can burn it. You do ceremony around this. You can program yourself, program your innate. You can start speaking to your innate, the smart body. And you can start reprogramming yourself, saying, I instruct my innate to blah, 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 whatever that may be. I instruct my innate to release any fear I have around success. You know, things like this. You can start watching what you say and how you're thinking, and that as well. There's so many different ways of letting go, but it's the way that's going to work for you at that time. And the way that you do it, you know, there might be a bunch of different ways. One way doesn't feel right at one time, another way feels right at another time. So this is about enjoying it and having a bit of fun with this process as well, because it gets a bit heavy, you know. It's like, it gets a little bit heavy. It's like, oh, I've got to clear, oh, I've got to let go, oh, I've got to do this. Mate, you know, if there's no fun, there's no joy in it, next time this comes up, you're going to be going, oh, this was really hard last time, you know, like, oh man, I'm going to have to do this again. You know, it's quite difficult, it's quite heavy, and it's really going to lay on you quite hard. So this is about having a bit of fun. This is about making this process actually something that's really quite enjoyable and quite good for you to do, and that sort of thing. So the other thing was, and this is about letting go as well, I didn't realise at the time, but this is about your identity, and this is about, you know, those sub-personalities within yourself. And it's really about starting to recognise. They're telling you there's going to be more on this in the coming weeks and that sort of thing. But it's about starting to recognise, you know, the different personalities you have within you, the different identities or clothes that you wear, identities you wear in different situations, and with different people, with different things like this. So it's about starting to be aware of them, and they're saying, what are you getting out of it? When you're, you know, there's always a payoff. Okay, so what are you getting out of it? You know, is this a positive payoff? Is it a negative payoff? Is it something that you're doing because you're used to doing it? You don't know why you're doing it. This sort of thing. So start having a bit of awareness around this, and if it's something that's not positive for you, lawnmower outside, I hope you can still hear me okay. And if it's not working with you, this is about letting this go. This is about releasing it. All right, so on with the weekly reading. Okay, what's going on? So All right, so the start of the week, this is about more the top energies and that sort of thing. So, okay, so this is about how do you really connect to what you really want? How do you really connect to spirit? How do you really connect with other people, and from an emotional sense as well? You know, do you allow this to happen in a real free flowing manner, or do you really try to put intent into it and that sort of thing? And they're saying these are only just two ways, but both of these ways are right. And they're saying it's when you're having fun, when you're allowing, when things are a joy, that's when the energy is going to flow a lot more. You know, you think about when you're tense and you're trying to do something, it's quite rigid. You know, when you're really like focused and that sort of thing, it doesn't work for you. But if you're really loose, you're really working with it, you're really flowing with it, you're enjoying it, that energy can flow a lot quicker and a lot easier. So it's that sort of thing, like if you're connecting with other people, if you want to connect with yourself, you want to connect with your guides. It's funny, they just said to me, you gestured up here, but we're right around you all the time. We're not up there, we're right here, okay? So it's that thing, you want to connect to your guides, do this with a happy manner, do this with love in your heart, do this with a bit of fun. It's not a serious thing, okay? This is a real fun thing to do. Okay, so middle of the week, what's going on there? So this goes into as well, you know, how do you connect with yourself? Or how do you want to connect with yourself? And that sort of thing. So this is about connecting with others as well. So that thing, if they're saying if you can... if you are able to allow yourself to be a bit more free-flowing with connecting with others, with connecting to yourself, this is the way that you're going to connect with life. This is the way that you're going to connect with spirit and that sort of thing. And if I can feel a few people out there, they have a bit of a difficulty with this. There's a bit of an, you know, they feel a little bit restrictive, or a little bit, it's a little bit, there's a bit more friction there, that sort of thing. Take a breath, take it easy, let this go, that sort of thing. They're saying one of the biggest restrictions that you have is when you feel like you should be doing it in a way that somebody else does it. You know, let that go, man. It doesn't work for you. And this is about when you do it in your way, when you flow with it in the way that feels good with you, you know, this is when it works really easy. This is when it's really beautiful. So, you know, just be a little bit more mindful of that, okay, during the end of the week, what's going on here. Alright, there's a lot about connection. So I can feel there's more bottom end stuff. So this is about, you know, how do you connect with the earth? How do you connect with your creativity? How do you connect to your finances, your safety, your security needs, this sort of thing? And it's that thing where what do you want? You know, when they're saying about connection, this is about what do you truly want. So, you know, and this is going into manifestation as well. So the thing is, if you want more security in your life, it's about reprogramming yourself. Or if you want more money, or you want more creativity, or that sort of thing, this can be a bit about reprogramming yourself. And one of the ways to do that is actually tell your innate, you know, and instruct your innate and tell it, you know, that you're doing it in the now. It's always in the now. You know, I am more creative right now. You know, I have more money right now. And it's that thing too, that if you want to do this, if you want to connect with these things, if you want to, like, because I feel quite grounded actually, I can feel its energy, you know, feeling grounded. And they're saying that, you know, to be able to do that, it's about feeling this, it's about seeing this, it's about making that triad or that trinity, about feeling it, seeing it, saying it, and that sort of thing. And they're saying one of the best ways to, you know, really manifest things, one of the best ways to really connect with people, connect with yourself, connect with us, they're talking about, connect with spirit, that is to be more grounded. So if you can imagine like a pyramid, you know, the larger the base is, the more grounded, the more solid you are, the more you're able to reach for spirit. They're saying, if you want to call it God, if you want to call it source, whatever you want to call it, I don't really mind. That's up to you. That's personal. You know, you need a solid base. And this is going to help you with manifestation. It's going to help with connection. This is going to help with letting go as well. Because when you feel more safe within yourself, when you feel, you know, a lot happier within yourself, when you're feeling a lot more loose within yourself, so you're more connected, you know, it's going to allow you to reach up for other things. It's going to allow you to spread yourself more, you know, to be more open, that sort of thing. They're saying, look, this all starts at home. So, you know, there's so many different ways of grounding. You know, one way I find that's really easy, and they're laughing because they're saying one way David finds this easy is because he made it up himself, is to just basically imagine white light, pull white light into your head. You do this with the breath, breathe white light right down into your belly, you know, breathe it down, and then as you breathe it out, breathe white light. And imagine your breath going right down your legs and right into the ground. So that's easy, just breathing right down and then into the ground and that sort of thing. And if you do this during the day, just try it out. You're going to feel more solid within yourself. You're going to feel more grounded within yourself. When you're more grounded, you're going to be more focused and you're going to be a lot clearer as well. So they're telling you to leave it there. You know, that's all the information for the week. Is what they were saying, what my guides were saying. So I just wanted to thank you very much for joining me this week, and yeah, and I really hope that this information has helped you. You know, I love getting your comments, I love getting your feedback, super fantastic. Yeah, so look, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you want to drop me a text or a call and check out about having a private session with me. I do counseling, energy work, readings, mentoring, meditation groups, all kinds of stuff. I sell sprays as well, which I energetically program for different things. Give me a yell, you know, drop me a line. Okay. Cool. I'll leave it there. So, have a fabulous week. I hope you have a lot of fun, and look forward to connecting with you next week again or individually. Okay, beautiful. Namaste. See you then. Bye bye.